Hello, Cancer, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self and ultimately create the life that you desire? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, which we'll jump into in just a second. I do have the tarot deck already shuffled that we'll be using, as well as the decks that we'll be using in the extended. And then this week, in addition, I'm doing an overall theme for the reading. I just got a new deck last weekend, and I wanted to get to know it. So I'm pulling overall themes for this week or for this round of readings. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone. So do remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Cancer, in your recent past, you have adjustments are required with the Chariot in reverse. So this, I think this is going to be a really positive reading for you. And you'll see when we get to your immediate future. But in your recent past, you have adjustments are required with the Chariot in reverse. Lack of progress, things not moving forward, feeling stagnant, feeling stuck, not knowing how to move forward, feeling like things are coming to a halt. You know, that's kind of this energy that I feel. Now, here's what's interesting is I feel like things weren't moving forward because there were adjustments that are required. But if certain things didn't take place the way that they did, then you wouldn't be able to get to this energy in the future. And this energy in the future is like super awesome energy, which you'll see when we get to it. In your current energy, you have a personal issue reaches a resolution with the King of Pentacles in reverse. There's something that you've either been waiting for, or that you've been struggling with, or that you've been wanting, or that you've been hoping for, that I feel like you're coming to some sort of a resolution with. And the other card that came out with this, I ended up taking this one because I saw it first, was a win-win outcome is forecast. And so I really feel like, and then with the King of Pentacles in reverse, this really being the kind of talking about your circumstances, like your circumstances might not look like things are working out, but I feel like things are absolutely working out for you. Now, the overall theme for the reading is the ever unfolding rose, and it says cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So even if it doesn't feel like it right now, or if you can't see it, and maybe you're starting to see it in certain ways, but it is absolutely working out for you, because then in your immediate future, and I actually took two cards with this one, but you have a fiery climax is approaching with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles. And the other card that came out with this was the Magician. Like, that is such cool energy. And it kind of, to me, is feeling like wheel turning in your favor, you know, abundance entering your life with the Magician, like manifestations coming to fruition. And I feel like everything that you've been going through has kind of been leading up to this energy right here. Now, this energy, it hasn't fully entered your energy field yet, right? It's in the future now, based on when you watch this reading, or, you know, based on your own personal timeline and when this energy is in your life. Maybe you are starting to see this in your current energy, but I feel like for the majority of you, I feel like this still feels very out of reach, especially with the King of Pentacles in reverse in your current energy, kind of feeling like, well, how can I believe this is coming? Because I don't see it. Like, nothing looks like it. Things can change pretty quickly. The universe has some tricks up its sleeve for you, I feel like. Recent past for Cancer, clarifying adjustments are required with the Chariot in reverse. Recent past for Cancer, please. This is for Cancer's recent past. Oh my goodness, okay. Recent past for Cancer. Adjustments are required with the Chariot in reverse. The Six of Cups in reverse. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, okay. Okay, so in your past, which is what this is alluding to, but to me, the Six of Cups is saying, like, this is something that has been a theme for you, like, even further back from your recent past, is that your priorities were pretty imbalanced here. Now, whether that's prioritizing other people over yourself, or prioritizing your material world over your mental and emotional well-being, or prioritizing a relationship over your mental and emotional well-being. Either way, I feel like there were certain priorities that were out of alignment with whatever this is that you're wanting to create, this abundance, this 10 of pentacles, this wheel turning in your favor kind of energy. And so I feel like that's where the adjustments were needed to be made, is things just you weren't prioritizing the life that you ultimately desired. Maybe you thought you were, or maybe you thought you were doing the right thing. And I'm not saying that you did anything wrong. But I do feel like with the adjustments are required aspect, it's kind of whatever happened was the energy trying to get you, or the universe trying to get you more into alignment with the abundance that you are wanting to create. That's why you have it's happening for you, not to you. Recent past for Cancer. Now bear with me through this, because I feel like, well, there you are. Whether you're male or female, you're showing up as the King of Cups, and then the World in reverse. Okay, and then you have the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck here. This table is driving me crazy. Okay, so there was a pretty big cycle affecting your recent past, and I feel like it's still kind of affecting your current energy, that you're needing to fully close. And it has to do, like, saying the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles in the same reading is like, wow. And so I feel like this isn't just about like material abundance for you. This is also about kind of emotional abundance as well. So not just, you know, success or wealth or anything like that, but not saying that couldn't be a part of it. But I'm also saying, like, with the 10 of Cups, it has to do with like emotional abundance too. So it's kind of like the full package. Like, and then yeah, there's the 3 of Pentacles with the 2 of Wands. There's a cycle that was needing to close to get you into alignment with whatever it is that you're desiring, so the pieces could fall into place. It's almost like the universe had this like path to everything, like almost like, think of like dominoes. Like, you see people who set up those like crazy domino tracks, and they hit the first one and just like all the pieces fall into place, right? Like, that's what I'm kind of, but it's like the cycle, and in order for the cycle to, or the cycle closing was the way that the dominoes were kind of like initiated. And it's like once the cycle closed or closes, then it kind of, the process of like everything falling into place kind of starts. And so this cycle, I feel like, was this kind of imbalance of priorities. Again, prioritizing other people over yourself, prioritizing a relationship over yourself. It could be anything. So take it as it resonates. Reset past for Cancer, please. Interesting. Okay. So I promise I'll stop messing with this table eventually. You have the Page of Wands in reverse. The 3 of Cups and the 8 of Cups with the Fool. So, and then there's the 10 of Pentacles right there. It's in reverse, but I feel like, no, it's not. It's upright. So there's the 10 of Pentacles that we're talking about. Your recent past, and this is going to sound like duh, but I'm going to say it and I'm going to elaborate on it. Your recent past aligned with a past version of you, with the person that you used to be, someone that you used to think you wanted to be, or someone that you used to be. And that person that you used to be, though not any less valuable or worthy or deserving, didn't have the tools and the knowledge and the wisdom and the lessons needed in order to create this 10 of Pentacles. And so something in your recent past happened that kind of forced you to walk away from the person you used to be to step into the person that you are becoming, which is the person that will be more in alignment with the abundance that you want to create. Because remember, the universe does not manifest or provide what we desire. The universe manifests and provides who we are and what we believe. And sometimes we don't realize that our belief system isn't in alignment, and that, our values aren't really in alignment with the life that we desire, because sometimes we don't even believe that the life that we desire is possible. And so we start to align our movements, choices, and decisions with what we think is necessary, or with settling for certain relationships because we think that maybe eventually one day they'll get better. But, we settle for things that are the best that we've ever had, but not necessarily as good as what we are capable of experiencing. And that's kind of what I feel like the adjustment was in your recent past, was needing to move away from the person that you used to be. And maybe that means losing people in your life, or losing a job that kept you stuck. Like, it could have involved loss. It doesn't have to have, but it could have involved loss. But it was a loss associated with who you're not anymore. That's what that feels like. It's like this just wasn't who you are anymore. And you needed to step into this new beginning, which I kind of feel is like you're in between right now, this and this new beginning, which is your 10 of Pentacles, which is what exists in your future. So again, it's happening for you, not to you. Now, I do get one thing they don't tell you about growth that you don't really realize until you're experiencing is it does come with a lot of grief. Growth does come with a lot of grief, and it's not just grieving the situations that you lose because you start standing up for yourself, or that you start setting boundaries. It's not just that. It's also the grief associated with having to grieve the person that you used to be, and the experiences that you used to have, or that you used to think you wanted to have. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not stepping into a better, more aligned world that's going to have better experiences for you, but there's still loss in the process of moving forward from things that used to align with you that don't anymore. And I kind of feel like that's a lot about what this reading is about. Current energy for Cancer, you have a personal issue reaches resolution with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Current energy for Cancer, please. Current energy for Cancer, please. So your actions have been unaligned. And I feel like that's what's changing. Let me clarify this message. Your actions have been unaligned. Ace of Wands and Two of Wands in reverse. Let me get more on this. This is a positive reading, so bear with me. Two of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Wands. I want more on this. Your actions have been unaligned because... Okay. I'm going to take that Six of Cups in reverse, but I'm also going to... with the Hermit. You're needing to take a look and take stock of your life right now. And look at what it is that you're pursuing that aligns with kind of this past version of you, that doesn't align with the life of abundance and freedom and happiness and fulfillment that you're looking for. Because there are certain movements, choices, decisions that you've been making that align more with a life of avoiding fear instead of a life of choosing abundance. Now, choosing abundance is difficult because our fear is going to try to tell us that it's not possible, that we're not capable, that we're not deserving, whatever the case is. And it's up to us to not believe that fear and to not allow ourselves to pull back to our comfort zone, which is where we, kind of experience the same old cycles, same old patterns, same old behaviors and outcomes and experiences. And even though we want things to change, the thought of us actually doing what we need to make a change is the scariest part. And I feel like that's where right now it might not look like things are changing, but it almost feels like through what you've been through, you've gained the tools, whatever that means to you, like emotional tools. It could literally be like you've gained like knowledge through, you lost a job, and in order to get another job, you had to gain like certain knowledge that now is going to move you forward. Like it's like through what you've been through, you've gained the tools to be able to now create the life that you desire. So now, Cancer, is the time to stop second guessing yourself. To stop second guessing yourself, stop second guessing your path, stop second guessing what it is that you desire and what is possible for you, and to choose a path of abundance. Start that business. Get back out there and start dating again. Finally walk away from that relationship that you know isn't serving you anymore. Whatever that means for you. Current energy for Cancer. Current energy for Cancer, please. Okay, so there's the King of Pentacles in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles, right? So King of Pentacles in reverse, which we're dealing with right now, and the Ten of Pentacles in your immediate future, and then you have the Temperance in reverse. So you're frustrated because your circumstances do not look like this abundance right now. But that does not mean that this abundance isn't possible or waiting for you to choose it. That was one thing I realized pretty far into my spiritual journey that I was very wrong about. Was I used to think that abundance appeared. I used to think that I was waiting on the universe. I used to think that, and sure, there are times when you have to kind of take a step back and let the universe do its thing, but not all the time. Your abundance doesn't appear on your doorstep. The relationship of your dreams does not just show up at your house one day. The financial abundance that you're desiring won't come with the same habits and same career path. I'm not saying it couldn't come from the same career path, but it's certainly not going to come from the same habits or from the lack of action. If you do the same thing over and over again, you will always get the same results. Now, this is where things get a little bit tricky because 95% of our movements, choices, and decisions stem from our subconscious. Only 5% of the way that we interact with our reality is conscious. Now, if you break down the law of attraction and manifestation at its basic level, you have thoughts become beliefs, become actions, become your reality. What you think and believe is going to be what you do. So when I talk about how if you do the same thing over and over again, you're never going to experience anything differently, the same thing goes for if you think and believe the same. If you think that you're not capable or that you're not deserving or that it's never going to happen, and you believe over and over again that you're never going to have what it is that you desire, and that whatever it is that you desire isn't possible, and that you're always going to be struggling financially, and you're always going to be alone, and you're always going, not that there's anything wrong with being alone, if that's what you desire, but if you desire certain things and you believe that those things are not possible, then you are going to act as if those things are true, and that is going to create more of those things being true. So if you want a life of abundance, you have to start thinking and believing as if you are already experiencing it because it's already possible for you. And so if your circumstances don't look like you want them to, it doesn't mean that you're, now fated to have these same experiences for the rest of your days. It means that there's something within you that needs to shift so that your outside world can change. As above, so below, as within, so without. What we believe about our reality is going to be what we experience in our reality. So don't pay attention to your circumstances. Your circumstances really don't mean much. Now, I'm not saying they're not valid, and I'm not saying there is not something to learn from each and every moment that we are in. What I'm saying is that things can always change for the better. Always. Even if we don't, if it doesn't feel like it. But it's up to us to create that, starting with our inner world. Got a little deep there. I hope People are following me here. All right, current energy for Cancer. Dog hair on my mic. Current energy for Cancer, please. This is for Cancer's current energy. It's all about perspective. All right. Hierophant in reverse with the Ace of Swords in reverse. So, right now, the universe is asking you to change, and this is not an easy ask, but to change the way that you are viewing your circumstances. If we look at our life from a place of lack and we say, I don't yet have this, I'm not yet here, I'm never going to get to where I'm trying to go, then what you focus on expands. What you give energy to and what you give power to is going to be what you experience more of. We just kind of, talked about that. Now, right now, the universe is telling you that you're not seeing things clearly. It's happening to you, or it's happening for you, not to you, right? Which is what we have here. And right now, there's a part of you that's trying to maintain your control of your reality by potentially trying to go back to old behaviors and patterns because that's where the safety lies. And the universe is saying, that's not going to work because if you do the same things, you're going to experience the same things. The universe is asking you to change the way that you think about your reality so that you can change the way that you act about your reality. I feel like these things are very vague. I hope that they're hitting home with you guys out there because I feel like these are really deep messages for a 30-minute reading. Immediate future for Cancer, you have a fiery climax approaches with the 10 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Immediate future for Cancer. A fiery climax approaches, Wheel of Fortune with the 10 of Pentacles. This is for Cancer's immediate future, please. Immediate future for Cancer, please. I want it to turn all the way over. I hit the table. Immediate future for Cancer, please. Three of Wands, the Sun, and the Eight of Cups in reverse with the Nine of Cups in reverse. And then there's the 10 of Cups. So the happiness and the fulfillment that you're looking for, Cancer, it doesn't exist in your comfort zone. It doesn't exist doing what you've always done and experiencing what you've always experienced, right? We have to remember that, and I feel like this is such a big thing in this reading, is perspective. It's like what you are giving your power to on a day-to-day basis is what you are experiencing. And in your immediate future, I feel like this is about really doing what you can to step outside your comfort zone, to do things differently, to approach your life differently, whether that's in your day-to-day routine, whether that's in just purely the way that you speak about yourself in, when you look in the mirror or when you're talking to other people or even in your own head. Just becoming aware of the way that your thoughts have affected your results. Because if you don't believe that this is possible, if you hear this and you say, oh, there's no way, there's no way I'm going to get what it is that I want. There's no way the abundance is going to come. There's no way that wheel's going to turn in my favor. You're going to be right. Because if you don't believe in your abundance, it will not believe in you. It will not make its way to you. You have to believe and be almost like so certain that it's going to find you that you're grateful for it even exists. That's like in this book, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, she talks about that. She talks about how gratitude is such a powerful tool when it comes to manifestation because it's almost our way of signaling to the universe that we believe we already have it enough for us to open our energy to it. Right now, Cancer, I don't feel like you have a very positive outlook on where you're headed or where you're going. And I can't blame you. Who knows what you've been through? I mean, just based on the energy, it hasn't been like a good time. And so I feel like there's this need to kind of, it's hard because we have to learn to let go of where we've been while holding on to the lessons and um, the purpose for what we've experienced, while also opening ourselves up to what could be possible. If we expect what we've experienced, you will always experience the same things over and over. You'll always experience lack. You'll always experience not having what it is that you desire. You'll always experience debt. You'll always experience whatever it is. If you expect what you've experienced, you will experience the same things over and over again. Your expectations are the root of your results. And it all goes down to breaking it up again, right? What you think is what you believe is what you act on, and what you act on is what you create. And this stuff isn't easy because when you start healing, because healing, manifestation go hand in hand. When you start healing, you start then realizing that you have a lifetime of a belief system that you've got to rewire. It's not an easy thing to do. I mean, from not feeling deserving to not feeling capable to not feeling like it's possible to not feeling like you are, you are deserving of whatever it is that you desire. Like all of those things, I think I might have said deserving twice, but all of these things that you've been telling yourself for years, you've got to get to the bottom of. And that's not an easy thing to do. But it starts with bringing into your awareness all of the ways that you don't think that the happiness, abundance, love, whatever it is that you desire is possible. And then start piece by piece working through this, because this wheel, it wants to turn in your favor. And in your immediate future, for those of you who do, are on this healing path and are working on your inner world, doing the shadow work, this is going to start to unfold for you. But right now is a time of doing the work. Like that's kind of what I feel like. And if you are, then consider this confirmation. Things are going to unfold for you in really cool ways. Immediate future for Cancer. A fiery climax approaches. Wheel of Fortune with the 10 of Pentacles. This reading did not go how I thought it would, but I like the way it's unfolding. Immediate future for Cancer. See, you have so much doubt in this abundance. This is literally like self-doubt, not believing in it, not seeing that it's possible, second guessing yourself. You have so much doubt that this 10 of Pentacles is possible. You don't trust yourself, you don't trust the universe, you don't trust, and there's reasons for that, right? I'm not sitting here saying, how dare you not trust the universe or yourself. I'm saying you've been through things that have made you feel that way. This is going to continue to manifest. You will, whether you think you can or you cannot, you will be right. If you believe it's possible, you will see opportunities. If you do not believe it's possible, you will see obstacles, and those obstacles will become your reality. So, because then you have the High Priestess in reverse. If you doubt that your abundance is possible or that you're capable of achieving it, you are straight up not listening to your intuition. That's what this is saying. You're not listening to yourself. You're not listening to your higher self. You're not listening to divine guidance. The universe, everything in this reading is pointing to things working out for you. But you, Cancer, do not believe that is happening because of what you've been through. And that's absolutely valid and understandable. But if you want things to change, you've got to believe differently. And it's not an easy thing to do. And I know that's redundant. I know I've said it a few times. But the reason being, it's so important for this reading. Because your perspective right now is negative expectations. One thing that I used to do a lot when I was younger was I'd say, expect the worst and then you'll never be disappointed. But then going back to what I said earlier, your expectations being the root of your results, I always expected the worst and I was always disappointed no matter what, because that was my expectation. And so when I started changing that to, I'm so lucky, everything works out for me. The universe always has my back and is supporting me no matter what it is that I'm going through, no matter what obstacle I'm facing, there's always a solution. And I have never been wrong. And I know I'm young, but I've never been wrong. since I've started doing that. And so the more that you start to shift your perspective, and at first it's going to feel like you are lying to yourself, saying, I'm so abundant, I'm so grateful, I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, I have the love that I desire, I'm in the relationship with the perfect person for me. Act like you have what it is that you desire. And the more that you do that, the more that you will start to you'll start to believe that, because your brain doesn't know the difference between what you actually think and what you don't think. Your brain is just listening to what you're thinking, what you're affirming, and it's internalizing those messages. And I'm not sitting here saying that affirmations are going to be the only way that you're going to get there, but starting the process of setting your intention to start creating the life that you dream of instead of settling for the life you think you have to have, that's going to be the biggest difference for you. Perspective is everything. All right, one more for Cancer's immediate future. One more for Cancer's immediate future, please. One more for Cancer's immediate future, please. There you are. You're being divinely guided to take steps towards this 10 of Pentacles. Maybe you know what you need to do. Maybe you're having a hard time listening to what you need to do, but you're receiving guidance. You have used the Queen of Cups, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. You've come out as the Queen and King of Cups in this reading. You're receiving certain guidance, whether it's through the form of other people, whether it's intuitive downloads when meditating, whether it's an idea that you've had or a dream that you had that you wanted to make a reality. You're receiving guidance on how to move forward here. And there's a need to listen to that guidance in order to create this. What I want for you to take from this reading is that if you could have the life of your dreams, if you could have the life that you desire, the abundance that you desire, the love that you desire, and you knew that it was possible, you knew that there was no way it wasn't possible, it was absolutely possible, what would you do? What would you do? What career would you pursue? What relationship would you have? If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Because that right there can help you when it comes to making decisions of, is this something that I'm settling for because I think it's as good as it can get, or do I actually enjoy doing this and think that this is, the life that I desire? Find the difference there. And I feel like that can help you step away from this person that you once were and the life that you've once lived, and into this new version of you that is unapologetic about what they want and is never going to settle for anything less than what they deserve again. Because that is how you create the abundant life that you are looking for. All right, Cancer, I'm going to hop on over to the extended. This is what you need to know right now. The extended is what you need to do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. Thank you so much, Cancer, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Cancer, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. Bye, Cancer.